Hi, my name is Kagiso Modupe, and please subscribe to Jozi Scoop to get the scoop.
Yolanda doesn't know Yolanda. Excuse me, sorry.
Sanbonani dumelang zina langa Sboniso James, host yabo khona apha the Jozi Scoop reality show, your number one home of entertainment. And today I'm not alone, I'm with the one and only Zamoney. What up, bro?
Zamoney sibalukhulu sibaludwa ngalawa mavusi.
Yes. Today we are with the one and only, the legendary Kagiso Modupe.
I guess everyone's shy Tagazel.
Zaka.
Here we go. Yeah.
So yeah, Kagiso, man, take us through Kagiso. Who's Kagiso Modupe? And
I'm a film and television director, I'm an actor, I'm a radio host, I'm an author.
Wow, so many things.
Yeah, I'm a husband, I'm a dad, but most of all, I'm just a cousin.
Yes.
Your inspiration, that inspire kakhulu. Khona abantu abenza into eningi babaculi in industry, they do a lot of things, but you chose to be a director, you chose to be an actor, you chose to be that J.
I chose to be a creative because I was born to create. You know, and like I was created to create. So for me, anything that's creative, whether it's photography, whether it's having to start something from scratch and create it, and bring it to life. I'm a builder.
Yeah, so like
So
like how did it feel like being on set with your kid Utsenulo?
Temulo.
Yes, Temulo. Yes.
It was dope, man.
Yeah.
It's always dope. The thing is, I'm that kind of a dad that allows the kids to do what they want to do.
Yes.
You know, and because they're also here for a purpose, to serve their own purpose.
Exactly.
So for me now, as a parent, I've just been given that thing, to just guide her. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. But it was really dope being with her on set. And yeah, there's other things that are big that are coming. And Losing Lerato 2 is also coming. So
wow, that's interesting. I mean, everybody's got a pocket watch that. I mean,
and she's gonna be directing it.
What?
Yeah, so because then she was young on that one, so she's gonna be directing that.
No way. She's
12
no
now.
Way. No way.
Yeah, she's 12 now.
12 years of age and she's already into directing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I've lived, I've never gotten
at 12.
At 12 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a
me
blessing.
I was cutting 12 years. I think I was playing with bricks or something like down the road.
The thing is, we see a lot of American kids do amazing things, and we always go, wow. And my child is no different from any other child in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
She's capable.
She's amazing. For me, that's quite something extraordinary. I mean, something that's never been done.
And we can't limit it to it.
Yes. So the last time we had a conversation, I heard you speak about you and your kid being on set, and I think you said you had to sell everything to run the project, Losing Lerato.
Oh yeah, with Losing, I'm an independent filmmaker. Yeah. So for me, I do not allow someone else's yes or no to determine whether something's going to happen or not.
Not.
So I'm independent, and when I started with my first film, so I had to raise my own funds. And
wow.
I mean, I did get money. Well, I was supposed to get money from Lionsgate. But they didn't want to have Temulo in it, and I was like, there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah, so
so
keep your money. Keep your money, and I'm gonna go raise it. So I sold everything that I had, but I got it back.
Wow.
I mean, what I would like to know, it's like at your age right now, maybe you are close to 40.
Yeah.
Did you achieve everything that you wanted to achieve?
I think it's still going. For me, I think it's still going. It still has a long way.
I'm still going. But I'll tell you, in 2017, I set 17 goals for myself to achieve. You know,
in 1 year.
It's more like you. It's more like you had a vision board or something.
I did,
Yes.
and I achieved 16, and losing Lerato was obviously the 17th one, but it just came a year later.
A year later.
Yeah, you know.
So it was more like should I say a blessing in disguise, or should I say it was a minor setback for a major comeback?
Kind of, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't even see losing my house as a setback. I see it as just yakula. You know, and I can just get it back. It's material things. It's material things. It's material things.
Yeah.
They really don't matter.
So tell us more about, like, how was your first gig? I mean, taking over ETV Scandal. I mean, you're one of those interesting roles, you know, leading roles on the show.
Scandal just celebrated for 4,000 episodes a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And yeah, I think it was really dope to, you know, to be a part of the show for 13 years.
Yes.
But it was time to grow, you know. So when I left, they knew 2 years before that I was leaving.
Yes.
And obviously then Brasillo left before I did, and they asked me to stay on for another year, and I stayed on for another year, then I left, you know. So it was planned. Everything was just planned, and I knew exactly what I was gonna do, and that was having to go and start my own thing.
So tell us more about your work at ETV Scandal. How did that come about?
I did it for 13 years.
Yes.
And yeah.
So many years. Wow.
And yeah, they've just celebrated 4,000 episodes.
That's
great, man. I grew up on the show.
Yeah.
I became a dad while I was on the show. I got married while I was on the show.
Wow.
Oh.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, man. That show is like home for me, you know?
Yes.
It'll always be home for me. And I dig that show, and that show digs me. So I think my next thing, after being there for 13 years, probably is to invest in the show.
Yes.
So be part owner, but
okay.
But obviously, you know, it's the shareholders that would have to say yes.
Yes. Okay. So you don't see yourself going back as an actor? Or...
No. I think you go let's go. Bring that emotion.
Well, on Scandal, I mean, I was asked to come back, and I said, look, I can't, man. I can't.
You cannot.
It was 13 years, bro. It was 13 years.
13 years of hard work.
I can go back as a director. I can go back as anything else, but not as an actor on that particular show. But the nicest thing about being more behind the scenes now as producer and director.
Yes.
When it comes to the acting, I can pick the roles that I want. So when I get audition briefs, then I'm able to look at the character and see whether just like how I did with in Mobile as well. Yes, I chose that character.
Yes,
and then went for it.
Yes,
you know
and I've also noticed you've also been into many shows like Gog Helen and so forth. I mean, I mean that's quite exceptional. I mean, this guy
was the number one.
I mean, Zamoney, this guy is quite extraordinary. As I look at him, I mean, he's also the first. I mean, the first actor, not even an actor. I mean, I can say the first human being, just to be, to spice it up a little bit, to ever give his actors royalties. That's big. That's very. That's big.
How was that?
That's changing the game.
That's very big.
So I always ask myself. Okay, maybe all the creatives should ask themselves that question. Uguchi, how are you going to be different in the industry? If you die today, are you going to be just another actor that died? Yeah,
exactly.
Or just another producer that died? What
impact?
What impact did you have on the industry? And so, for me, everything that I do, even let's say when it comes to acting, the roles that I pick, they need to make an impact. You know, when somebody goes through a situation, they need to be thinking a film that I did or a role that I did. And with royalties as well, it's not just actors, it's actors and crew.
This is where I wanted to go.
So that they get paid for the next 30, 40 years if they work in a production yabakwe.
Like, what role maybe eyakupha le nto ukuthi yazini le role le ngayishaya, le role le ngayinemba, le role ngayithanda?
What do you mean? With
roles, plays that
especially on ETV Scandal.
They gotta make a difference. Yes. Even on Scandal, every storyline I did, I said it needs to make an impact. So if we're doing a drug storyline, that's us teaching about drugs. If we're doing an abusive storyline, that's us teaching about abuse.
Since
yeah.
I mean, take us through the funny moments on set, like the funny moments you had, whether funny or weird moments you had on set.
Maybe your daughter
But we said though,
we can take it.
I always have fun on every set.
Okay, let's take it through. Let's take it through step by step. Maybe let's start by House of Zwide.
There's so many. Look,
okay, just to cut it short.
I'll tell you. Every set that I've been on, I say this is where people need to heal. Do you know what I mean? So even when I'm directing, my crew needs to be happy. And they'll tell you I'm able to pick up when someone's not fine.
It's not fine.
Exane, you know, and try and make their day when they're at work. And people have issues at home, you know. Omunye mhlambe ingane ina school fees, omunye mhlambe you know ulwe nemedi, omunye wenzeni, but
stress
when you get on set, I want it to be a place where you heal or where you forget about everything else. So I always have fun on set, whichever set it was, just to answer that question.
You never stuck on a character. Like I also know this thing, but I'm like on theater. I used to be on theater, like manje mangabe sengizorehearse character, ngiyastaka, ngiyabambelela kuyona noma ngathiwa sengiphumile kuleyo monologue, mase ngena kwenye indawo. You never been on that situation?
No. I mean, it's a job, you know. It's a job, and just because you drive a Toyota doesn't mean that you gotta love the Chinese, you know. But I'm just saying, when they call cut, we need to understand what it means. You know? When it's cut, it's cut. And you'd find most of the times I watch how people will weep while watching, you know, let's say a performance that I do, and I'm like, they don't know cut. I was laughing because I need to break from
the character,
from that character,
whatever.
or that monologue. I need to break from it. And if you're not able to break from it, then it means that you're not an actor.
It's a trouble.
Yeah, you are there as to just
And okay, just to you know spin things around a little bit. You know, as a kid when I was growing up, you know. The weirdest moment I think that I can say a situation that I found myself, and I didn't understand why. It was when I texted a girl. I said, "Hi, how are you doing?" We just had a conversation, mini conversation with the girl, and then my dad went through my phone, and when he went through my phone, he saw I had a conversation with the girl, and I didn't understand why he gave me a hard clap just for saying hi. I mean, I don't understand. That was like my weirdest moment as a kid. Like I found it weird. I don't know. What was your weird experience as a kid? Like take us through your childhood.
Yo, man, for me, I had an amazing dad, man. I had a dope
like
dad.
You are an amazing dad.
Dopest dad, and there's certain things that he did, and they were weird for me. But I understood them, so I was lucky because then he would bring in a lesson. So for example, you know Masakula. Exactly.
Oh, mama
But when you win, chips, shasha.
Exactly. The team has won.
So when I was chowing lapo and started to win, you know, and my dad came through. And Mele Kaulori that came no, so I can't leave. Exactly. Take your portion. I took my portion, but not by. I thought I was gonna eat it. Must be we had to share with everybody, even my mom, in that small portion, right? So which was a weird experience for me. But he always put in a lesson behind it, and he said, "Uti, mawindo atavayo yo khereza."
Exactly.
So I've had a lot of those. I've had a lot of weird but educational stuff.
Educational stuff. So I believe it's one of the things you have also instilled into your own should I say generational legacy?
My daughters.
Yes, your daughters.
My daughters. I instilled in my daughters. I raised them like boys anyways.
Yep.
You know?
So man.
but
yeah. How was it like during the first week of lockdown? I mean, that was like the craziest moments for everyone because it came boom unexpected. We had it's a 2 weeks lockdown and then everything's gonna go back to normal.
What's weird is when the hard lockdown started, Tina, we were in LA.
Yeah.
And you know, the president was talking, and we had our families call us.
Yeah.
We were all sitting around the phone, and the president was addressing the nation, and then he was said, he's closing in 2 days. Yeah. And I mean, so we had the award ceremony the next day, and I mean, we know doing LA is almost like a 2-day trip because it's about 30 hours connecting and all of that.
Yes.
You know, so we landed literally on the day the country was closing.
Whoa. Yes.
And then everybody else on the flight was able to go home.
Wow.
Except for us because we are public figures.
Wow.
And because there was obviously there was crowd at the airport to welcome us back.
Exactly.
And so
was this
after we won the awards, the 10 awards in LA.
Okay.
And yeah, so for me it just happened, and I thought it was going to be a 2-day thing or a 3-day thing, but then they shut us down they shut us down at a hotel for 27 days. I think everyone was still trying to
27 days.
Yeah.
I mean, so in that 27 days, being used to being on set, doing what you love, I mean,
everything's shut down. Everything's shut down.
So what were the activities? What was happening during that time? And what came to your mind?
I shut down, man. I just chilled at home, but then I started writing, and for me that's what kept me going. Yeah. I started writing, so I wrote 2 features while it was a hard lockdown. And I finished them. And just find time to. Funny enough,
and stuff.
This is one of them is going to cinema now. On the 8th of April.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wait for that.
Wow. And I also checked your recent project, The Alone. Take us through that.
Alone is the film that's going to cinema now on the 8th of April. Yeah, but it's another signature, Bakwena signature, where we're changing lives, and it's a film about a 17-year-old who's about to commit suicide.
Yes.
So we're dealing with those kind of issues. It's a suicide because this is a big issue.
Yeah.
In the world, not just in the country, especially amongst teenagers.
Yes. And I also managed to go through some of your stuff, and I realized something that you did. I think you did a campaign on circumcision.
Yeah.
Circumcision.
For women and
yes. How did it go about? Like,
I got 1 million men to circumcise in one day.
Yes.
And that was obviously to try and prevent cervical cancer in women. That was the whole point that I did it. Because the thing is, people didn't know that as men, and when we're not circumcised, we can be the reason why our girlfriends or our wives have cervical cancer, and which is a big killer.
Yeah.
It's a big killer in the world as well.
Exactly. Now you can put another interesting story. I mean, everyone has been wondering ukuthi kahle lo thando lolu leka Kagiso
liphuma kwi-set
kahle lo thando analo for umkakhe
Miss
Lopez.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's also a film.
Yeah,
she's also a film producer.
Mrs.
She's also a film producer.
Yeah, look, she's more into finance, and which will go into like line producing and stuff. But the film, we produced it together.
Okay.
So
nice.
Ngiyakubona konke lokho. Ngiyakubona konke lokho. Mina engifuna ukwazi ukuthi where did the love begin? This whole love scenario.
We met in school. We met in school many years ago. I think about 19 years ago now. Yeah. You know, so
that's been a while.
When
you start 4 weeks, I'm
yo. 4
weeks,
Friday.
It's when you meet someone that you got the same idea, you know,
other people.
And we grew up together, and you know, now we are raising children together.
Trust me, I was inspired.
Yeah,
I was inspired.
I mean. What weird situation have you ever found yourself in a relationship? Like since ukuwena uZamani wathi wey madoda
ngayibekezela abantu ababekezeli ekubekezela but this means umuntu anayo ibhuti wami yabekezela they able to communicate.
I think abantu babekezela into abafuna ukuyibekezela.
True that because I think I've seen with my experiences, you know, I can say recent experiences that I had. I mean, you find out you are in a relationship, but you find out umuntu doesn't understand what it takes to obey. Like when you're in the industry, you know, the industry is very demanding. You have hectic schedules. You're moving in between sets, and
people will make time for the important things.
Exactly,
and important people.
It's inspiring.
Yes, it doesn't matter how busy you are. I mean, I run around and I do a lot of stuff. But I never miss anything. If it's family, I don't miss it. You know, one of the things is before I take on a job, I give them my kids' timetable. You know, sports and stuff. And we agree on that, and we work around that. And I'd rather have you say, okay, I'm gonna pay you less because then there isn't time on this. But based on that, I'd rather lose money, but I have to be at my kids' athletics or hockey game.
So looking at our society, how everything has evolved and everything. So by the time I did my high school, I had at school there were no acting classes, or as I can say a stream that included everything that I wanted. You know, drama, music, arts, sports. Like our soccer ground, it got fixed after we hit the exit. So immediately after we did our matric, and then how jiggy the grounds are now fixed, how everything now is getting, like, I was wondering, and then what's popping? So I got the passion and love for acting after the journey of high school. I realized, actually that's what I want to do. That's that. So how do you fight everything growing up in the township and circumstances and everything? What was your survival tool actually?
Some people make ikasi like it's some war zone. It's not a war zone. If you think about it, it's the best place to grow up in, because then it toughens you up. You know, I'll give you an example. At a certain spot. No, but listen to what I'm saying. So and it is traumatic for both, right? But every time I have this, or I can't feeling because we had no choice, because and that made us to toughen up, you know. So Ikas is actually a good place to raise a kid. You know, Ubuntu, you get to learn from Ikas. We live in burbs now.
This means you learn everything, Ekasi.
You're lucky if your kid is playing with the kids next door, you know. You've got high walls. You can hear which there's other kids that side. It's not even easy for your kids to jump off to the other side. So Ekasi forces you. It's either you swim or you sink, Master.
So like Ukula, Ekasi, and around where you are right now, what was the weirdest rumor you heard about yourself? Like, because you know people now speak different things. So like, what was that rumor?
You know, the weirdest rumor I ever heard is Ekas but in Fishan, and I was like, man, nigga, I'm not short. I'm just 1.62. You know.
Why you think good time?
I mean, someone was long Fishan. I was like, nah, 440. Wait. That's a rumor. I know people who are shorter than me. There's no way. No way.
So Zamoney, what was the weirdest rumor you heard about yourself?
You see, to have 2 left feet. Yo. I'm like, ish, don't do that. Don't do this.
When I reached the hood, because I used to change locations. So people don't know me. They're like, okay, there's this new boy around. so chiki I hear good sound look guy you play. I've never played. They don't know me. I mean abangazi kota by looking at my looks with
it looks like a player.
It
is a player.
He's no good. It's just a player.
Yeah, man,
it's quite something. Eh?
It's really nice having you. It's really nice having you.
No, thank you, Jen.
It's really nice having you. We've learned a lot from you, and I think Nababugele Maka now, whoever who is watching our episode will learn from this.
Yes. No, most definitely.
It's really inspired.
Yeah, let's have fun while we educate.
Yes.
Yeah.
But one thing though, before we wrap up, I mean, what is it that Kagiso can what is it that you can instill in the youth, people who want to enter the industry?
I'm saying don't just jump into something because you know we wanna from Gute, and you know you think you can just do it.
Yes.
Learn about it, you know, and see whether it's something that works for you. Because a lot of people jump into the industry and
they don't even
once
know
they're in it, they don't know how to sustain it because it was just about the fame, you know. At the end of the day, we all go to the same toilet. So have respect for other people and have respect for yourself. See how you can inspire people and allow yourself to be inspired by others. And that's why my tagline on all social medias has always been inspired by life. And life comes with good things and bad things. Allow any situation to inspire you.
And bazoshaya babukeli sikhohle nje umbuzo natomunye nje ukuthi kahle kahle uKagiso
how many wives I've got? No.
Not that kodwa ke like looking at the society right now isithembu kubukeka ngathi iyona nto engathi manje iyabona it's coming up because we knew ukuthi isithembu bekinto yekhokho bethu mhlambe noma omkhulu kodwa sesibona manje ngathi kancane it's shifting in kancane iyabuya. I don't know, what's your take on that?
It's culture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like saying why do Amaziyo nangadli ngulube? You know, why ZCC does this? You know, if it's part of your culture, embrace it. Embrace your culture. And the people that go into it, they don't need to be judged by how the modern society is. You know what I mean? Or how the Western world views us. It's shocking when you also start, you know, seeing how some of the things are done overseas. You go to countries like Slovakia, there is polygamy. If there's an English word for it, then it is happening in the Western world. So, if it works for you, it works for you. For me personally, it doesn't work for me.
Me too.
It doesn't work for me, but and it's just personal
something
reasons.
That you never.
And I'm kulanga ngayo.
So just to quickly wrap up, who inspired you in the industry? Ubano inspired ukuthi you know for as long as I live, I'm grateful for that one individual.
Most people in the industry inspire me.
Yes. But that one.
Most.
That's the answer, man.
Most people. Most and good or bad, most people inspire me in the industry, and I think it's because I allow myself to be inspired by somebody who's coming in from fresh from varsity. You know, and be inspired by a legend. Hi, my name is Kagiso Modupe, and please subscribe to Jozi Scoop to get the scoop.
Yolanda doesn't know Yolanda.